Vishal, and thank you for your kind presentation. Hello, everybody. Once again, we have a great webinar now with Outlook, Business Central, all these extensions. I'm Noe. On a weekly basis, we have these webinars for you to get the new information for this technology that we are offering in order to solve problems. Now, we're gonna show one of the new, well, it's not the first time is being released. We integrate Business Central with Outlook, basically. What do we do here? Today, by the way, I'm a person who's going to be working with CRM integrated with Business Central, right? This is out of the box. All of that we're going to be looking at will be out of the box when you actually want to work with Dynamics 365 Business Central. So basically, the idea of working with these extensions is that everything will be out of the box. We have different type of applications like Outlook that is integrated. All Office, all Microsoft products are integrated with Business Central as one single solution, right? Plus, we have, I'm going to show you some other type of extensions, but with third-party softwares. All of our suppliers for different areas, warehousing, sales operations, field operations, you can go and sell with field services, many type of softwares that will be in advance working for you. So when you go with Business Central, you don't have to work with any type of other customizations, let's say, working with programmers or anything like that. So that's the magic of this new environment. Today, I will be then a salesperson. I'm going to have a lot of relationships with people and my customers. I'm going to present my predefined sales cycle from initial meetings. I have here just showing you just for you to see a little. Then what I do a presentation and I go and visit my customer, then I do my proposals, and then finally, whenever it's required, I can sign contracts. So basically, that's a type of sale operation that is quite organized, right? And then, well, just to show you some other capabilities, we're going to be focusing more, of course, on Outlook, so you can see what are our possibilities now. So basically what I need to show you is that I need to complete and process everything on time. We know that we have dozens of customers requiring quotations, and it's sometimes very difficult, especially when you need to work with items, financial information, decisions like you have many customers that maybe are not paying their, what can we do? Well, we normally work with one computer, NAB, a Business Central, or any Dynamics product. Then you open also Excel. Then you also open Outlook. And then if you receive a quotation, you need to read your email, prepare then a document, maybe a resume of your customer, prepare a quotation line by line. It takes a while. Then after half an hour, 1 hour, you send information to your customer about what he wants, the latest prices, and so on. All right, so the idea is that in the design of while understanding the process, this requires a lot of, first of all, timing. You could, while you copy paste information to different programs, it takes a while and you're required to be really concentrated and focused on your activities. We're gonna get rid of all of that and we're gonna prepare a new workflow, a new process that I'm going to present you today. So basically, once I have understood that I have a sales cycle that is presented in every company, I also have different people that I need to contact. So I'm requesting to customer their emails, their requests and information of the customer, and I have many contacts work with different companies, right? This is what I have here. So basically, I have different contact persons also are related to Outlook contacts. If you recall, you can save your emails from your most preferred people that you work with, not only internally, but in terms of sales operations and other type of processes, then you need information about the people you work with. And then you save it in Outlook, right? Now this will be synchronized with my ERP. And also, let's take a look at these indicators. I have some companies, for instance, and today I'm gonna have a customer that is called Optimus, right? If I just take a look at all of these companies that I work with, first of all, the idea is that I work with contacts among these all these customers. I have different people that is working inside. So in this case, I have a Mr. Robert Towns, right? Mr. Robert is the contact person that I work with. So I normally send information to him, my quotations, my different prices and all that, all the time, on a weekly basis, maybe at least. So then what I just do is just generate all my contact information. And then once I save this information also in Outlook, right? This is the idea that I want to give you. Then I'm gonna start working with the normal workflow, which is sending a quotation and then create a sales order. Also, I can create active campaigns, for instance, for different seasons when I release different type of products with offers and so on. You can send out emails so everybody knows about your offers. So, but first comes first. When I just create in CRM or I don't necessarily need to work with this, I'm just showing you some other information that you can take. So I have opportunities. These are my opportunities to start selling items. And I see here that I have 5 opportunities, right? I have contacts and I send emails, previous emails, I'll send requests. And behind all of this information that I have artificial intelligence working for me. Besides, what this engine does is review when I receive an email from a customer, and it's gonna tell me what he wants, how many items, does he want an invoice, a request for a quotation, and so on. Okay, let's see how then it works. So basically, I'm just taking a look at how many contacts I have, how many opportunities to sell, and so on, right? Then I'm going to start working. Today, I'm going to then, let's take a look at my Outlook, all right? Regular Outlook integrated. This is your inbox, right? You can create your different inboxes. You're going to be receiving emails and so on. For the first time that I see how the Business Central works, first of all, I need to explain you an example. So I'm going to make an exercise now. I'm going to send me an email to request some information about some specific products, right? So whenever I start working with this application, what I'm going to be using is my artificial intelligence to help me. So let me send me an email for you to see what it will be the example of a regular sales operation. Request for quotation. 1 second. I'm preparing my email that I'm going to receive. So, ready. Let's wait for this email to be received then. Okay, normally I will be then negotiating and making a visit with my sales cycles, just meetings, sending emails, visiting my customers on site. It depends. According to your sales process, you can then work and we're gonna help you. So today I have received an email from a contact from this Optimus company. Is a customer of my Business Central company. And Noe Wellman is telling me, hello, Megan. By the way, my name is Megan as well, so I'm going to be 2 people. And then I was having negotiations, right, with my customer. Then this contact, Noe Wellman, is asking me, as per previous conversations, I want the sales quotations, all right? I also see that he's requesting some items in advance. He wants to know maybe the price or let's see, and he's also requesting me a PDF, all right? Here we can see some different types of basic important information that artificial intelligence is gonna help me to process. First of all, it's going to see if this email is coming from a specific person that I actually work with. He could be a contact in LinkedIn or LinkedIn, excuse me, or we could find if I don't really understand this email, I don't remember, let's show and profile my, and try to match any information from Wellman. Maybe I have a previous contact with him or something. So let's try to find out how then that helps, right? So all of these engines will be helping me. Now, he's requesting these emails, these items, excuse me, and he's sending me information, descriptions about what he wants, right? But also this PDF document, he's not asking for an email only or a Word, so he wants something good. They might be asking you even discounts, right? So your customer is giving you insights about the information that he wants. Here, I would normally take everything now, open NAB, open an Excel if I want to quote, copy paste information, coming back to my email, and then send my information. Maybe after half an hour, I will be having his document prepared. So I prepare an official quotation for my company. I don't have to do that anymore. What then this does, after I have just received my email, what I'm going to do is review now in Outlook. We have some add-ins that come out of the box for Business Central. So the first thing is that I'm having an application, an extension that is called Contact Insights. So what this is going to be doing is going to review in Business Central any information related to Noe Wellman that I have in my ERP. So Noe Wellman is an employee, as I can see here, from a customer that is called Optimus. Also, is giving me the statistics of the specific balance of the sales operation. And look at this, the past due. So this customer is not paying so far because I'm going to be preparing an AR training later. All right, but here the important thing is that I have my statistics. For instance, my sales operations years to date, each accounts receivable. Okay, I can see that as is here in red. I can see that I have some invoices that were not paid from further than 3 weeks, right? So here is a big bar. Okay, I need to then try to understand if it would be good to sell to this customer because of these bad numbers as an example, right? Then I can see that I have more quotations. Everything was reviewed by this extension to give me the specific information that I require. I do not forget what I have ongoing with this guy. So Noe Wellman sent me before 3 more requests to have quotations. I have 14 sales operations currently going on and other type of information. Well, all my KPIs related to my sales operations here, excuse me. Also 42 shipments that the warehouse need to work now. So well, I can see many, many numbers that are going to help me just to understand more or less the profile of the operations that I have with Mr. Noe. Then what else? Well, just totals of, for instance, the last payment date, 1 year ago, the credit limit is quite high, 95,000 and so on. Once I have understood what I have with the customer, then I need to work on the creation of the document that this guy is asking me. Not only a quotation, could be a sales invoice, could be send me my sales or prices for your items so I can decide later. So when I'm just showing you an example of what he requests, right? Once this is done, then I could, why not start working on the actual operation of what he requests. So let's take a look. He's asking me for the invoice, so instead of doing everything manually, I'm going to have the option here of creating a quotation, right? The idea here is that artificial intelligence is helping me now to work with the request coming from this specific text and is going to help me to, in advance, create this. The suggested line items that the artificial intelligence is providing me is by reviewing at the items he's requesting a guest chair, a Berlin type, Sydney swivel chair, and so on. All the items, and it could be in any type of the text. However, my customer wants to communicate with me, it doesn't require like a specific way of writing or anything, right? So now this is suggesting me to create a quotation that the artificial intelligence is going to be helping me to create, but with the suggested lines. I can see here that my first item, that is Berlingas chair coming from this text, I just need to review if the quantities and the items required here are okay. I can see that here I need to update directly that we require two pieces for all the items. Basically, that's it. But it helped me to create it, analyze the text and everything. Also, he requires a PDF, so I'm gonna send it then a PDF. Then I'm going to just create my suggested lines for the quotation. Once I have, I can see that, well, this is not going to go for Noé Wellman, but he works for Optimus Corporation. So it's going to get all the information from the customer coming from Business Central. This is very important because all the different customers needs to be registered. The contacts can be work in my email, my personal email, but they are going to be working for a company. So this is now the company represented. And then here I have also a salesperson code. Let's take a look. So you can create all the people that will be then working with you, right? And internally your salespeople, and you can assign this, or this could be you, and create campaigns, opportunities. This is CRM basically, right? And here are the lines. The lines coming from the text were immediately inputted in a quotation, and here have the lines created. I don't have to do anything further, but okay. Let's take a look. Well, we have some other information, the currency, the shipment date. Here I will be having negotiations maybe. Even if he requests some items for one specific day because my customer Noé is telling me I'm gonna need this for tomorrow maybe. Well, the shipment date will be analyzed, then automatically to be shipped and to tell to the warehouse when this is required. So I just showing a very general example. And we need to understand artificial intelligence is never going to substitute my work. This is just a suggestion. So basically that's it. Once I have understood what I require, and this is okay, I'm just going to go back and send this email. So you might be saying, hey, I haven't prepared anything else. I haven't attached any PDF document required, or is this okay? Is this Business Central creating a quotation that will be only on my Business Central application later? The answer is no, everything is just one single application. Let's take a look. I'm gonna send my information that I have created here. And once this is done, the artificial intelligence is going to help me now to create an email, right? With a template that was predefined by me because I'm having I have the possibility to create answers, automated answers. So I'm telling now to this, from Megan to this person, Noé Wellman, the contact that sent me the request to create a quotation. And here is my answer. Hello, Optimus Corporation. Thank you for your business, etc., etc. You can decide whatever you want there. And artificial intelligence also helped me to create my document in advance. And also artificial intelligence helped me to send another type of criteria. If we receive the payment from this customer, you are eligible for having a 2% payment discount. All right, sincerely, blah, blah, blah. And well, how this happened? Well, behind the scene, I offer before and I configure some discounts for payments, right? So if this customer pays on time, he can receive more discounts, or if he does not pay on time, also I'm going to have a suggestion for artificial intelligence. Send a reminder, an Outlook email to this customer to pay you. I'm gonna prepare now different examples because this can be used for many things. But at this point, in my first example, I'm just showing what this customer required. And here is my PDF, right? Because he required this in PDF, not Word, not any other type of a format. But it contains now the information, official document. I don't have to waste any more time to prepare this type of attachments. Everything is done behind the scene, and all is according to the actual items he required in his email, with the actual unit price coming from my item catalog, dedicated to the customer, all right? Because I might have different price lists. And here just, well, the subtotal, the tax calculated. and the type of tax that according to your local area, right? In this case, I have normal taxes or sales tax applying to to the USA, only to the USA. So that's why it's 0. But well, basically the template can be configured. In other sessions, I'm going to show you now a user can create their own templates. You don't need a programmer anymore to do this type of things, all right? So just as an example for you to take more information. So basically that's it. And then I'm going to just send this email with all this information, right? So that's it. I have sent it, and now Mr. Noe is going to receive all the requirement that he sent me before. And for me, that would be my first type of the work until he answers and tell me, okay, I like the quotation, I like the prices. We normally have more a request like, can you give me discounts or things like that. But let's wait then for the answer of Mr. Noe in order to see if he's happy with the information I have just sent. Remember, all of this is about understanding Outlook operation because I haven't done anything. I just accessed an email and Business Central created everything for me, a PDF, an email. He reviewed the items required, the quantities and everything. So I didn't do absolutely anything else. In just 10 seconds, you can do this and send the quotation. After my customer then has seen the information, let's wait then for his answer, and I haven't moved from Outlook. Then the idea is that, well, look, I have received an answer from Noe Wellman. On a demo scenario, this is just in maybe 2 seconds, well, but you might be waiting a little bit more. Let's take a look at what he says. Okay, he's happy. Thank you for sending the quote across. And after liaising my colleagues, we were hoping for a 10% discount. So he's looking for negotiations, okay? It would be great if you can make it work, okay? Okay, I understand. At this point, I will be reviewing with my team or review with the history of this customer. I want to try to understand, okay, if he pays on time, I might give discounts as an example. But here he's sending more key information, a 10% discount that he wants now. Okay, so his answer is okay, I'm going to analyze, but once again, work with artificial intelligence. Let's take a look at some more actions. Once again, I'm just going to open my Business Central insights. So he's happy, that's a good thing. Normally I will be receiving dozens of emails on a daily basis. So once again, I need to take a look at the contact insights. So the engine is going to review once again the information and give me what is the actual requirement. So I remember that I then, in the history of my email, the previous information that he requires, and then view the quotations. All right, I'm going to open the quotation that I sent to him before, just basically that. And well, it's nothing but reviewing the same information. This is presented because you need to refresh every time you work with different contacts. What was the quotation that I was working with at, et cetera, et cetera. So you always will be presented with your contact insights. So basically I have the same quotation that I required before. And here I'm going to review, well, the same information, currency discount, currency, my shipment dates, and everything that is behind, right? Also, he required a discount, so why not to work with this? Okay, so what I understand about this is that he just requires an invoice that I'm going to this is a firm say because he actually now wants my item, so that's fine. I have an option now to, from this quotation, go to a further process and make an actual order. Normally, we would come back into Business Central and create this. We would need to close Outlook. So this is a waste of time for me. And now with this application, I can do it immediately from here. I'm going to make an order. And this is asking me, do you want to convert the quotation to an order? And I'm just going to click on this. Perfect. Well, there's something that I don't like about this. Okay, now that the time has passed, now it's telling me, hey, you don't have available inventory. Okay, but now this is in Outlook. Outlook is telling me I don't have enough inventory to work and satisfy this actual sales operation. Should I just answer now to my customer? But first, let's take a look at the details, because I would normally, in my company at least, I'm always having a substitutions, all right, and this type of work. But at this point, well, is we will share black. I don't have these two, and I have an inventory shortage. Okay, either I could call my purchaser or my warehouse people or my sales manager to help me. But at this point, I can see that there here substitutes exist. So let's take a look. And this is done once again in Outlook. So my item that I can use now is another a substitute item. Instead of Mexico, this is the Moscow swivel chair. Okay, this is just for you to give you an easy example by country. I have a chair that is called Mexico. I have a chair that is called Moscow, but they are substitutes if I want it. Okay, I could just substitute it and tell to my customer, hey, I don't have your item, but I have substitution, a similar item for you. So immediately, I just send my email if that's the case. Okay, so now you just work with this type of warnings. Also, well, I have another warning. This customer have an overdue balance. I can see everything, so I can call him. I have this overdue balance. Please help me with this. And basically, you can take a look at the balance and all the invoices that this customer has opened, right? So, well, what I would just wanted to show is just the warnings. I can attend them or do further operations, okay? So the credit limit is okay. I can work with it. I don't care about all these warnings, just to show you how this works. And basically my sales order is prepared, okay? I don't have to do further, I don't have to copy paste information from Outlook. I just see, well, I have the contact number, the region, the contact is called Noé Wellman, taken from the same email, and all the order dates right here in advance that will be working for me. Also the same items, and well, I can see that, well, he requested a 10% discount. This is not automated because any type of discount should be automated unless you create it in Business Central. All right, but anyway, if I have seen all this actual information and all my warnings, then I will proceed. And if it's good, then I will offer a 10% invoice discount. Okay, total discount of the total invoice. So 0.873. Oh, excuse me, this is all the way around. This is 10% here in the invoice discount field. So basically, well, by updating the information for my invoice, I will be receiving an amount of $140 of discount. Basically, that's it. I'm now attending all these requests in one single window, right? Synchronized with all my applications that I'm using. And well, basically that's it. Once I have, and I'm sure that everything is fine, the sales order actually now also from this area can be posted. Also, I can preview accounts if I relate it to, and I know my accountability. Normally, that's not the case. And by the way, well, just by working in Outlook, I can actually post information that is back in Business Central. You can prepare an actual shipment, an invoice, or both of them. So you can send instructions to your warehouse and instructions to your financial department that this invoice is created to be paid, all right? So either, many ideas. I could work in my cell phone, in my Outlook. Now that you know that this is just Outlook, you could, for instance, work within your tablet, work with a desktop that I'm using now, or work with a cell phone, right? Just to show you some of the predefined screens that you have. Here I have my tablet, and you can design it according to what you want, right? Here, the salespeople can go I don't know, visiting the customer and do everything, right? On a cell phone, maybe as well. So here having all that I'm showing, he can do so in his in different mobile devices. An Outlook, of course, can be open in any type of mobile device. Okay, coming back to my regular Outlook in my computer, I'm going to prepare the documents, ship an invoice. This is a regular operation that we do normally in Business Central, all right? So this is nothing new except for the extension that I'm presenting, but this is the actual normal environment that helps me to post all the information, help financial information, updating the warehouse, sending the requirements, and now with artificial intelligence, understanding the text on the emails for me to prepare everything. I haven't done anything, no manual work anymore. So, well, the idea here, I'm going to send the actual new documents. This is a firm sales operation to Mr. Noé. So this has prepared a PDF attachment for a sales invoice so he can see it, the sales shipment, and let's take a look at the documents attached. This is an official invoice for my company, right? And here, all the details about the operation here is Megan, the operation, the salesperson is Megan, due on the specific dates, and the payment terms, blah, blah, blah. And well, just basically the document. Remember that your templates, you can create them according to your necessities. So if you have a specific style, we can do so. I'm gonna prepare some other trainings for you to see how we design. Okay, but it's very easy. And another document, then a shipment. These are actually the warehouse instructions. So this is the actual receipt of the document that the warehouse is going to be when they go to the customer facilities, they deliver the products. Well, with this shipment, then they just can't confirm that the sale operation was finalized. So we have two documents sent to the customer in the same email. And the invoice, once again, is containing some predefined text that I just prepared. Hello, Optimus Corporation. Thank you for your business. Your invoice is attached to this message. Totals, etc. If we receive, very important, now, once again, with our business intelligence. If you receive the payment before a specific date, you are eligible for a 2% of payment discount. How artificial intelligence know about the specific dates and the specific percentage? Well, this is configured. We have discounts. If we apply fees for a other type of text, like you have an overdue amount, you need to pay in advance before I can send you more. This could be the case. And once again, if you configure it, you can ask us what type of policies can be generated for your customers. And the magic about this that I'm presenting is that all of these type of configuration and statistics or policies in general now will be inputted as text in your Outlook messages automatically. Okay, I'm happy with my example, and I'm just going to send this information to Mr. Noé. And remember, well, this is just as an example of how we'll be then just working. Megan completed the sales operation. Mr. Noé is going to be receiving now, and I can continue making more type of examples, right? So the idea of working with this type of operations, I'm going to now close Outlook, and I'm opening now once again Business Central. How this is also integrated, okay? This is a good question. In Business Central, we only require an Office 365 account, all right? Let me just take a look a little bit about this technical part. I'm not gonna go in depth. You can ask any questions if you want, but this is about configuring all these applications in the cloud now work with an official account for Office 365, but also you can work with other type of accounts. If you want to work with Google account, email, if you want to work with a normal Outlook, it doesn't have got to be 365 in the cloud and that type of operations. So what do we do out of the box is we set up with these so-called extensions with we set up your type of email that you have in your actual company, or if you have the 365 much better type of accounts are going to set for you a setup add-in. So this is out of the box. You don't require a programmer to do anything. You can configure for your mailbox or your organization. All these features I have just shown you before, all right? So this is just configured for the entire company and you don't have to do anything. This is it. So just add the extension to your Business Central application like I'm doing now and just click on next, and you can even send a simple test email, and that's it. So we have some basic setups that we do like this. We just, in first place, need to require the add-in to Office. This is a new extension, so I'm adding it right now just for you to have an insight of more or less how this is behind the scene. Then once I have added my add-in to my Outlook, then I need to set up my email, and then, okay, the idea behind adding a specific email is that you actually have different type of emails in your company: Office 365, normal, Outlook, Gmail, Yahoo, or other, okay, by your specific provider. So we can attach these add-ins to all different type of accounts, right? So in this case, the user, Megan, well, Megan is the same as the salespeople here, but in the actual environment, this will be your actual company account, all right? So we just subscribe to your specific account with your specific provider, and basically that's it, okay? So I have subscribed my add-in to my account in Office 365 in this example, right? And that's it. Also, for you to know, this is not only working in the cloud, also if you work with your server on premises, because this type of clients work not only in the cloud. If you want to go with Business Central on premises, it's exactly the same type of functionality, but we work now with your internal servers as well. And to work with SMTP and configuration, where we are actually going to work in synchronicity with the specific users that you have with your SMTP server. Okay, so we work with your actual published account, and we work with the specific security for the administrator user. We can create a secure connection and so on. Okay, so also another type of work, when we work on premises, we work on the cloud with 365, and now we work with these accounts that you work with and configure everything either in the cloud or SMTP. Let me just show you what is behind a 365 account. Let me get out of my Outlook for a moment. And I'm going to add access to my administration application, as well as synchronized with Business Central, Outlook, and any type of application. Here is when I actually, in my home area, this is the office administration area. This is now working. This is new type of administration center. We don't work necessarily anymore with a Active Directory only. We can, it's not a problem, because you sometimes actually need to work with internal security. Okay, what we have here is that I have my active users for my different type of emails in Office 365, right? So I have all these people in my actual company, right, working with the different type of licenses that I have acquired in advance. So you purchase a Microsoft, you purchase Business Central in the cloud or on premises, and you also would need to purchase, if you want, an account for Office 365. And then from here, every user can have, look at this, all the specific licenses managed in one single administration center for all the type of licenses that you require. So basically that's the administration center from where I actually going to be adding users, that are going to be using all these technology. So create a, for instance, test user, last name test, display name test, right? And it's going to be added to your account. For on Microsoft, in this case, because this is Office 365. So this is a new user, right? So I just need to start working on the basic configurations to use all these that I'm presenting, all right? I'm assigning different licenses, so why not to add the Business Central, in this case, Office 365 available. So, well, if you have more licenses, I don't have actually more licenses to add, right? But let's add a Windows because he has his tablet, and I would need to purchase in this demo environment more Office 365 accounts to add my new test user, okay? So he's going to be able just to, I'm going to stop here because I don't have more licenses. Sorry for that, but well, basically it's just adding the user with the specific licenses and subscribe it, basically that, once you generate your basic account with Office 365. Okay, once you generate all of that, voila, you're good to go. This user can have access to this Business Central application I'm showing, right? And as well to the Outlook. So he just now to set up his passwords and everything else, right? So as you saw, the magic of working with this extension is, in first place, artificial intelligence is helping you from the actual requirements of the email, prepare the documents and the emails, the official documents that will be posted. Let's take a look at what it has done behind the scene. Okay, first of all, I have different contacts as I have just stated before. And also I have let me show you first, task. I'm gonna show you that in a moment. But before going and moving, I have this company that is called Optimus, represented by this official contact. Let me show what Optimus has. Let's show the entire list of contacts that I have registered. These are also coming from Outlook. Now remember, even if you don't see here the logo of Outlook, they are actually coming from there, right? So here you can see the Optimus Corporation has two people working as sales or as purchasers. Here, Noe Wellman sent a request for a quotation before. Let's take a look at Noe Wellman history. Noe Wellman works for a Optimus Corporation. Okay, you can create who's going to be attending Mr. Noe Wellman in advance. So here is Megan. I'm going just to add him, add this person, and you can actually some specific settings for your contacts that will be synchronized with Outlook. So if your customer, actually in some countries, privacy of specific information is blocked, okay, because now I could use this information to further in another webinar, I'm going to explain CRM. So I'm going to send this customer further emails for further promotions and more opportunities for sales operations. But if he doesn't want to show his personal information, I can just block him, right? And also, if he has a parental concern received, okay, we can have guardians just to avoid receiving information from people under 21 or 18 years old and this type of operations. Okay, but just some very basic setups, okay? What is important for now, for me to review, is the actual, let me see, well, I can create segments, mailing groups, and let me see, I want to take a look at the history. Maybe it's not here. Let me take a look, profiles. I just forget the actual name. Okay, let me just go out of the actual customer. But the idea is that all the history and all the information that I have coming from Outlook is now going to be saved. From these, I have all these quotations that I have received from Noe Wellman. And here all the information that I wanted to review, because the idea for me is to understand all the quotations that and all actual sales orders that came from Mr. Noe. I want actually to review them once in a while, right? I can create now some statistic. Here is the sales order that came from Outlook from Noe Wellman and the document created in Business Central automatically, right? Oh, I forgot that we could also add the attachment that came from the actual email, right? Will be also attached in my created invoice, right? Well, this comes more in handy. This was just an example of a sales or a operation, but let's think that we create a purchase order. Whenever I have a purchase order, you might require your attachments because the vendor invoice actually will be used by AP department in order to pay. So now if your email has an attachment, this could be automatically attached if you want, okay? Also, in some parts of Latin America, in the case of Mexico, CFDI information, this is only for Mexico, this could be then reported to the taxes authorities immediately once this is confirmed, okay? Because this is a firm sales operation. Okay. Basically, now that I'm showing the history of Noe Wellman, employee of this customer, integration of Outlook also is working with user tasks. Now I can create a task whenever you want to make a, I don't know, phone call to Noe for delivery of items, as an example, all right? And here, the task description is please call Noe tomorrow. Things like that, okay? So your task will be then calendarized and you can assign a Megan or any type of user that you have inside your contacts internally, right? And specify a due date, let's say tomorrow, okay? And here, the start date, so this will be today. I don't know if you use your actual task, but this is really useful now, all right? For everything, because we can synchronize your calendars to the actual application here in Business Central. So this is very, very, very good, very good. Okay, so basically, the idea is that you can generate your own tasks, and once you have it, you can create, and this will be showing your calendar, and then you can work on both programs in order to actually complete your actual processes, okay? So this is a normal task that I'm going to have, and whenever it's finished, I'm going to mark it as completed and so on, like a regular task, okay? So you can send now among your team all the tasks that they need to prepare, either in Outlook will be shown or here in Business Central. And here, okay, the due date will be for tomorrow for these tasks. So I can now add to my specific team a different task that they can have. Like in this case, well, I have a pending task that I just prepared, and here is showing in my KPI how many tasks I still have that I need to complete for any specific date, right? So this is like coming from Outlook, the same type of operations, all right? Just to finalize what level of integration we have, I'm going to go back to my Outlook once again, because now another type of work that you normally do is you work with your meetings, either internally. Let me just go back. I opened another window. I was taken out of my session. 1 second. Let me go back to Business Central. To finalize, I wanted to show that we have some meetings we have normally in Outlook on a daily basis. And okay, now in the cloud, maybe Microsoft did an update or something, but For this time, I'm not going to be able to present just the meetings, but the idea is that when you open your meeting, you're going to be having the same add-in that I'll show you whenever you receive an email or a meeting a request from your customers, right? You open your meeting link, and there you will be having, once again, all the insights that I showed you before, to see the customer information, how many documents you have open, all the information that while you are in the meeting, you can create the actual sales invoice that I did before with the same type of menus that I showed. So you can, throughout the specific meeting, send the information that is requested by the customer immediately, like we showed with the just one email. All right, so let me just try to make another, no, it's not possible. Okay, so I'm going to just finish the session for today. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. I don't know if you have any questions about this. If you want to integrate Outlook also with your specific version, or if you want to have an understanding of the features we have seen about the functionality, please let me know. Sorry for the inconvenience about the SharePoint, because Microsoft sometimes do some type of updates once in a while. So in this case, I'm not going to be able to access until they tell me. But we normally have this type of scheduled time. So at least I was able to present you the actual integration. So if you don't have further questions about this, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for helping me going further with these integrations. And I'm going to be showing in further trainings how to customize. You don't require programmers to customize your documents. I'm going to show you how to send more with Outlook. Now, in every module, we work with integration. I'm going to be working in my following webinars with AR now. Okay, this was the sales part, but the AR functionality also works with integration with Outlook. And I'm going to show you how to receive money from your customers in order to receive payments, and then how to, in an automated process, work with those overdue invoices so you can send reminders to your customers, or whenever it applies, you can apply fees or interests. And I'm going to show you more policies about these functions. All right, so thank you very much for your time. Hopefully this was interesting, and see you then next week. Have a great time, great week, and see you next time. Thank you.